Believe to See, A Path to Personal Transformation by Dr. Wayne Dyer. The book, Believe to See, is a method for discovering your true self. This book shows you how to achieve harmony with others and, on a larger scale, with the universe, while learning to transform yourself. You will find inner peace and the power needed to identify your greatest dreams. Micro 1. How to transform yourself and realize your true potential. Many of us want to transform our lives. We want to be happier, healthier, or more successful. But to achieve these goals, most of us focus on the wrong things. We think going to the gym will make us healthier, or changing jobs will make us happier. These kinds of paths won't get you where you want to be. Instead of searching for happiness outside yourself, you must find it within your mind. The only way to truly transform your life is to change your mindset and how you perceive the world. This book summary reveals what you need to achieve this kind of transformation. You'll learn how to let go of external obstacles, break free from dependency on others, and find joy in what you have and who you are. You'll also discover why letting go gives you more control, why the universe is like a giant poem, how forgiving those who hurt you empowers you, what a remote control has to do with destiny, and why nothing in life is random. Micro 2. When you realize 99% of your identity lies beyond your physical body, you can truly transform. Have you ever been determined to make positive changes in how you approach life? Most people experience this feeling at some point, but how do we create this change? How do we transform ourselves into who we want to be? Typically, when we decide to change, we focus on altering our physical bodies. We assume self-improvement begins with adopting a healthier lifestyle, so we diet or start exercising. But by doing this, we overlook a critical part of ourselves, our mind. You can only truly change yourself when you realize you're more than just a physical body. Your body, or physical form, is the part of you that you see, touch, and smell. It is identifiable through your physical senses, but it makes up only 1% of your true self. If humans were merely a collection of bones, organs, and muscles, we would all be the same. In reality, 99% of what makes us us cannot be seen or felt. It exists beyond physical perception. This part of us is our higher consciousness, our emotions, thoughts, and mind. If you focus on creating positive shifts in this part of yourself, the transformation will be far more powerful. Unlike the physical body, there are no limits to how much you can change your mind. You can exercise as much as you want, but there will always be a limit to how many push-ups you can do. Your transcendent consciousness, however, is different. You can expand and transform it endlessly. This means change ultimately depends on you. Everything is within your control. There are no external barriers. Micro number 3. Nourish your thoughts to transform them into reality. What does your favorite childhood memory have to do with your dream future? Both exist as thoughts or images in your mind. In fact, every action you take, experience you have, or belief you hold begins as a thought. Thoughts shape who we are. When we learn to use them effectively, we can turn our dreams into reality. Here are some practical steps. First, recognize that every single action you take is rooted in a prior thought. What you visualize in your mind determines the work you do, so focus on what you want. If you constantly think, "I'm shy in front of crowds," that thought will manifest as shyness in reality. You fear public speaking because you imagine failing. On the other hand, if you visualize yourself as the best speaker in the world, fear disappears. Always imagine the best possible scenario. Next, understand that everything you think about already exists here and now. This is challenging because we assume our ideal, imaginary lives exist in some distant reality. But this is a misconception. Everything you need for an extraordinary life is already within you. You just need to learn how to use it. Finally, use your willpower to manifest your thoughts. People often believe persistence is key to achieving goals, but this is misguided. What they truly need is willpower to turn dreams into reality. Whether moving to a new city, quitting your job, or leaving behind toxic relationships, you need unwavering resolve. Remember, if you're striving for your dreams, there's no such thing as failure. So don't give up. Micro 4. Everything and everyone in the universe is connected. How many historical documentaries have you watched? In many, wars break out. Conflict and division are recurring themes in human history. Why? We believe we are separate from others, leading us to pursue selfish personal goals that spark conflict. Fortunately, there is another way to live. We must recognize that we are not independent beings. We are all part of a single unified whole. To grasp this, consider how our physical bodies function. Every human hosts billions of bacteria on and inside their body, in our intestines, eyelids, toes, and pancreas. These bacteria enable us to live. Though they differ vastly and rarely interact, they are all part of one entity, us. We must view reality the same way. Even if we never meet most people on Earth, we are all part of a greater whole, a piece of the universe. When you understand this, you'll see why living in harmony with others is essential. Think of your body again. We are made of billions of cells. If even a few cells decide to rebel, disaster strikes. This is what cancer does. It occurs when rogue cells attack others. The world works similarly. If we want to live in the happiest, healthiest environment possible, we must align in harmony. If some reject this idea, we all suffer. Micro 5. When you believe in abundance, your life becomes limitless. How many of us dedicate our lives to work we truly love? Sadly, very few. Instead, most of us settle for jobs that impose restrictions on our true desires. We can't wear what we want, work where we want, or live freely. Why do we do this to ourselves? Because most of us operate from a scarcity mindset. We focus on what we lack. We tell ourselves, if only I had more money, time, opportunities, or resources, I'd be happier. For example, our scarcity-driven view of money traps us in unfulfilling jobs. We spend our days doing things we dislike because we fear not having enough. This mindset doesn't just hold us back from pursuing what we love, it limits what we believe we can achieve in life. We've seen how thoughts shape actions. If we believe we never have enough, that belief becomes our reality. So, what's the alternative? We must embrace the principles of abundance. Abundance teaches that there are no limits to what you can achieve. The universe has no boundaries, and neither does your mind. Anything is possible if you believe it. Thinking this way isn't easy, but there are steps you can take. One powerful tactic is to practice gratitude. Be thankful for the sun that energizes you, for friends and family, and for simply being alive. When you focus on what you're grateful for, you realize how little you truly lack. You already have everything you need to achieve whatever you desire. Micro 6. When you release unhealthy attachments, you become a better person. When you consider the entire history of humanity, one thing is clear. People alive today enjoy higher living standards than those who came before. This wealth should make us happier, but it doesn't. In fact, the opposite is true. Many of us feel unfulfilled and alone. Why? Our attachments are destroying us. We cling so tightly to things, possessions, people, money, the past, that we feel we can't survive without them. These unhealthy attachments aren't always material. We might obsess over relationships, status, or even old regrets. This fixation blocks us from focusing on what truly matters and robs us of a fulfilling life. To understand how damaging attachments are, consider this example. When you eat lettuce, your body digests it effortlessly. Nutrients are absorbed, waste is expelled, all in perfect harmony. The same applies to society and the universe itself. Everything flows naturally. But our attachments disrupt this flow. It's natural for things to come and go. Letting go is part of life's rhythm. When we refuse to release what we don't need, we disturb the universe's balance. Stop chasing things that add no value. Instead, practice detachment. You'll find yourself aligning effortlessly with life's natural flow, becoming lighter, freer, and undeniably better. Mikrosiven. When you allow yourself to flow with life, you experience synchronicity. Have you ever thought about a friend you lost touch with years ago, only to have them call you the next day? Maybe it was a coincidence, or maybe you connected with them on a soul level. The more we align with life's natural flow, the more we experience such synchronicities. Synchronicity occurs when your friend calls after you've just thought of them, when you feel déjà vu, or when you meet someone you dreamed about the night before. These moments might seem like random connections between unrelated events, but they're not. Everything in the universe happens for a reason. This phenomenon is hard to grasp because we can't see the link between our thoughts and reality. For example, if a child ties a string to a toy, we understand the connection because it's visible. But the bonds in synchronicity are invisible, like the relationship between a remote control and a car. We know they're connected, even without a physical wire. The same applies to synchronicity. Everything is interconnected, we just can't see it. When you accept this universal connection, you realize nothing is random. Life's path is designed. Worrying about things you can't change, your social status, possessions, or career is meaningless. Instead, trust the flow. The universe has its rhythm, and you're part of its grand, purposeful design. Mikro-Oat. If you want real transformation, you must forgive others. After listening to this book summary, you might feel you're on the path to transforming your life and reaching higher awareness. But one crucial step remains: forgiveness. We often blame others for our struggles, and this blocks us from realizing our true potential. If you truly want to transform, you must learn to forgive. When someone wrongs you, how do you react? If you're like most people, you might feel anger, resentment, or blame them for disrupting your life. But what does blaming others achieve? Nothing. Focusing on negative emotions only amplifies their power, diverting your energy from what truly matters. Remember, everything happens for a reason, even painful events. The hurt caused by others is a lesson you can learn from. Instead of hatred or revenge, choose forgiveness. Release negative thoughts and refocus on what truly serves your growth. Also, forgive yourself. Most of us have regrets. Maybe we've lied, acted against our morals, or devoured a whole bag of chips. Guilt follows, but what does guilt achieve? Nothing. Self-blame often traps you in cycles of repetition. Instead, forgive yourself. Reflect. Did your actions align with your values? Then move forward. Don't dwell on past mistakes. Focus on the future. Forgiveness of others and yourself is the key to unlocking true freedom and stepping into the life you're meant to live. Micronoi. Stay focused on your transformation and embrace awareness in daily life. Now that you've uncovered the secrets of personal transformation, here are practical steps to integrate them into your daily routine. 1. Step out of your comfort zone always. Growth begins where familiarity ends. 2. Be kind to yourself daily. Treat every experience and thought as a chance to learn. 3. Practice gratitude. Appreciate what you have and affirm you deserve the best life has to offer. 4. Meditate. Find a quiet space, close your eyes, and focus on your breath. This calms your mind and anchors you in the present moment, the only reality that exists. 5. Trust your intuition. When you're internally calm and free, you achieve more. Let go of worry. Your intuition is your wisest guide. 6. Forgive relentlessly. For those who hurt you, send a gift, call them, or simply wish them well. Release resentment to make space for growth. 7. Let life unfold. Abundance and blessings flow when you stop forcing outcomes. Trust the natural rhythm of the universe. 8. Visualize a higher presence. Imagine a guardian angel or benevolent observer guiding your awareness. Finally, surrender to life's flow. Remember, you are already whole. Final words. Key message of this book summary: the universe is flawless. Everything within it is interconnected, and everything happens for a reason. When you accept this truth, learn to align with life's flow, and forgive others, you harmonize with yourself and the world. This harmony is part of your transcendent consciousness, empowering you to transform into the person you truly wish to become. A practical tip: change your mind, not your body. Whenever you feel critical of your physical form, remember, your body is just 1% of your true self. Focus on transforming the remaining 99%, your mind. By doing so, you'll experience profound, lasting change.